Hello again, thanks for dropping by. It seems an eternity since I've filmed anything for this channel. I thought it was high time I did something. Not a lot planned, so I thought I'd do a quick whistle stop tour of a kit I bought recently the other day. And it's the ICM field kitchen. There it is. This is a subject that's been covered before by Tamiya, I guess the 70s, early 80s, I'm not sure, whenever it was. I think Bronco have done their version of a similar subject, if not identical. But now ICM have entered this market, the German field kitchen market. So shall we have a look inside and see what it's like? Well, first of all, I have to say I really do like the style of ICM's box art, with this kind of like photorealistic. I mean, is it an actual photograph that they've just superimposed other elements on top of it? But either way, whatever it is, I really do like it. Anyway, it's only a box. Let's have a look inside. Usual stuff. Instruction sheet, decals, and a bag of parts. Let's have a closer look, shall we? There are a few pieces broken off of the sprues here and there, and there is a little bit of damage on one of the spokes of the wheels just there. Kind of curious, because I don't know what would have caused that. I mean, not too difficult to repair, I'm sure, but kind of puzzling. Or I could just leave it as a damaged wheel if I ever build this kit. Let's have a look inside. Right, there's the couple of pieces that are broken off. Get back to those later. What else have we got here? We've got a couple of small sprues from the looks like the sort of chassis of the kitchen. Sacks and cans and boxes on this one. Look at these closer. Look at these closer in a moment. Duplicate of the previous one. Main body of the field kitchen, and a sprue of figures, which I'll get to shortly. Right, let's look at this first sprue, the main parts of the field kitchen. Now there is the damage that I spoke about earlier. The fractured spoke from the wheel that's going to snap off easily in a moment. Don't know quite how that happened, but there it is. Surface detail is rather lovely, very, very fine. See if I can bring this up to the camera and show this bit here. Very, very fine surface detail on there. As you'd expect from a new mould, it's pretty flawless. There's no flash to be seen anywhere, no short shots or anything. A bit more damage there. That part seems to have suffered in transit. Alright, so that's that part. There are two of these. So these are the sacks and the jerry cans and various little urns or whatever they are. These things, used to call those Norwegians. They're plastic in my day, but I'm guessing these are metal. So two of those, two parts for the chassis of the kitchen, and a lid for, I don't know, find out later, eh? And we have the figures. Now, always my favourite part of any kit, I guess, is the figures. I'm going to look closely at these four because they're blinking wonderful. So there's the bloke playing with his axe, chopping wood, little bits of log being chopped up there, a chopping block, and your logs yet to be split. Here's your man peeling the potatoes. There's his top of his sack of spuds, and that bit that's broken off is the bottom of his sack of spuds. And then here we have the guy who seems to be sort of about to fill the kitchen with water, since he's got the water jerry can with him. And last of the four is the chef with his little white hat. There. Sharpening his knife behind his table. Let's have a look in detail, because these really are beautiful little pieces. First of all, maybe the most important part of any figure, I guess, is the head and the face. I'm really impressed with ICM. The faces aren't just generic faces that all look like they could be related to each other. They're individuals. They look like different people with different personalities and characteristics. Look at I'll show you the chef in a moment. Isn't that a little gem? And the clothing, as we've come to expect from ICM, is absolutely beautifully done. Wonderful drapery, very convincing drapery, super sharp details. I mean, really extremely sharp details on this plastic here. But for my money, they're market leaders. ICM, I love you. And again, look at the beautiful crispness of the braces and the collar. Super fine and sharp buttons. There's one inconsistency that has to be said, is that the buttons between these two shirts are actually different sizes. These ones are very small. There's three down the front. These are a touch larger to my eye. It doesn't matter. maybe these soldiers had different sizes buttons. I don't know. But they're both extremely sharp. And lastly, we have the decals. Now obviously these are from a vehicle, these parts. So I don't know if this kitchen set is going to be released as, with a vehicle as part of a larger set at some point. But anyway, the decals are ready for it if you need it. Lovely decals for the kitchen itself. Sort of divisional markings, and these aren't all shown on the instruction sheet. Get to that in a minute. Lots of other little markings for the crates and the canisters and what have you. And these things here, they don't. I have the sort of Reich insignia, but there's no little swastika there. There's just 3 lines to represent. It could be easy to, I'd imagine it'd be fairly easy to paint those. The decals are rather exquisite, it has to be said. The carrier film is minimal, and on some of these, the rectangular ones, there essentially is 0 carrier film on them whatsoever. If these are like previous ICM decals, then these are going to work perfectly. Quick look at the instructions. Fairly easy, fairly simple, straightforward. No worries at all there. And just 2 marking options, the German grey and the Dunkelgelb, with very good reference for putting your decals on here, there and everywhere. So that's ICM's version of the field kitchen, German field kitchen. It looks wonderful in the box, doesn't it? I'm sure it'll go together fine. ICM are fast developing a reputation for making very fine fitting, detailed kits. Not overly detailed, not too complex, not too sort of simplistic either. For many of us, they sort of fit the bill perfectly. As always, a standout for me are the figures. I just love ICM figures. I bloody do. I love ICM figures. For injection molded plastic figures, I think they are, for my money, they're class leading. They are always so fine, so realistically presented, beautiful drapery, realistic poses, good anatomy, individual faces, sharp detail. They've got the lot, and I really like the avenues that ICM are walking down these days, where they give sort of unusual topics. And I mean, I don't like all of them, and they're not all for me. But this is a broad church, this hobby, and I'm sure that all the subjects and the styles that they do represent with their figures are going to be well received by somebody in the hobby. I'm a huge fan of ICM figures. What more can I say? These ones in this field kitchen seem to be just as good, if not better, than previous offerings from ICM. I just look forward to see what else they're going to come up with, what their next releases of figures are going to be, because they're always interesting. There's even if a particular subject or a particular boxing doesn't appeal to you, I'm sure that it will appeal to somebody, and you can't deny that ICM are I don't know, they're flexing their imaginative muscles when they do their figure sets. I'm so pleased with the figures in this box, and I'm looking forward to sticking them together and seeing if they paint up as well as they look in bare plastic. Well, that was about it. So, like I say, a little whistle-stop tour of this ICM kit. Thanks for watching. I will do my utmost to get more filmed for this channel. It's life takes over sometimes and just gets in the way, but I'll do my best to do more. Thanks for watching. See you again.